Hey guys, welcome to Restaurant Empire, the Triple Redux. This is about the third time that I've actually played it on my channel here. And this time, I think, I've said it every time, but this time I'm gonna finish it. And how I'm gonna guarantee I'm gonna finish it, I'm not gonna upload anything until I'm done. So, now if you're seeing this, then I am done. Alright. And this is just the opening stuff. I'm not, gonna read it aloud or anything. I'm just gonna go through the stuff. Oh god. Alright, there we go. There we go. No. It's just not operating. So what are you gonna do? Okay. Let's both run it. And up on the volume a little, because I don't think there's any voice acting. Alright. I shall certainly make you
Through the tutorials, you will familiarize yourself with the basic aspects of running your very own restaurant empire.
Wow.
It is important that you pay attention to the animated arrows that appear on. You can also hold your left mouse. Since this is your first taste of becoming a restaurateur, we will start. You are currently in this. You can also look at the city from different angles and to zoom in or out of the. While we're at it, let's look at some items on the top menu bar. Next is the profit indicator. Now let's go into your restaurant. The area this is the interior view of your restaurant. If you ever want to leave the restaurant, left-click on the Leave Restaurant button. This will take you out of the restaurant and back to the city view. Go ahead and try it.
Okay, never mind.
You can also double-click on any restaurant that you... If you are ever doubtful about a button's function, simply... Your customers like to look at interesting objects while you can see 4 large buttons. There are wall-mounted, floor-mounted, and all decoration items have at least one attribute, and at most 2. Some increase a Now drag the object in hand onto the restaurant floor. While you're at it, place a few more items on the walls. When you feel you've got the hang of it, left-click on the next button.
Napoleon. Let's put a big piece on this wall. As usual, I'm pretty sure I do essentially the same thing every time. Oh, there's a skip tutorial. Let's see. I'm gonna up. That feels better. Alright, yes.
Good going. Now that there are a few more items placed on your restaurant walls, let's see what we can do about the floor. Left-click on placing items on a restaurant floor is similar to mounting items on walls. Pick a few items that catch your fancy, then place them on the restaurant floor. When you are satisfied with the amount of decoration you have in your restaurant, left-click on the next button to continue.
Let's see, what else is there? There we go. Boom.
You are obviously a quick learner. Remember, whenever you need help, you can seek me out. Simply left-click on the adventure mode.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I don't want to do that anymore. So I don't want to add that angle. So, let's see. Oh, guess we do have to go back to our uncle's house real quick. Yep. Alright.
Well done, Armand. Below the menu is the food menu interface. You will notice that the food menu interface has been below the food course. Notice the flag icon. Now, instead of flipping through the list one by one using the arrow buttons, let's bring up the drop-down list. There you go. Right below, you will notice on the bottom of the recipe interface 4 large round buttons. To see your new recipe now you're back in the food menu interface. The difference, make sure you are viewing the food menu interface for this next step. Notice on the food menu how so far so good. A pop-up with a list of hot and cold beverages will appear. The cold beverages are further divided into alcoholic and non-alcoholic. All the beverages come with a fixed... In case you haven't noticed, I'd like to give you a word on alcoholic beverages. If you plan to serve liquor, you will need to pay a liquor license fee of $20,000 up front before you can serve alcoholic beverages. Despite the licensing costs, this is a bargain as alcoholic beverages net the greatest profit margins. Let's tart up the menu design. There are 3 things you can do to... You can also left-click on the text font and the background buttons to change your restaurant menu's appearance. There's only a bit more to go. If you ever want to view specifics regarding any recipe in your menu, notice the default price on the recipe menu, which is your restaurant's. The last thing I want to go over, if you ever want to get rid of a recipe from the menu, say due to poor sales, then highlight... Excellent.
It's almost like I've done this before. Alright, let's go ahead. I don't remember what our first actual mission is. I think it's just revenue. Nothing to do with profit, so... I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to add everything to the menu. I think the last time I played, I only added a couple of things, but, you know. I see. I can save money on, but lowers how good it is. Okay. Well, that's something to keep in mind, I suppose. Uh-oh. And because this isn't a Steam game, I have no way of checking that until I'm done recording, so ha. Is that everything? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh. Desserts. I think I had like a really odd way of going about things, like anything below like a 50 wasn't going on the menu or something stupid like that. Yeah. Okay. And I was like meticulous about my menu prices and everything else. So let's see here. Breakfast. They cost $3.65, so that's $1.35 profit. That's fine. How about you? $3.97. So $1.40. That's also fine. Actually, no. I'm good. Because it only goes up in 20s. That's right. I'll take $1 profit on the baked eggs with cheese. Poached salmon. Let's go ahead. Let's up that to 80 so that we're getting $5 on that. Gonna assign a chef. We have multiple. That's like a blue chip item for us as well. But, you know, it'll be fun. Fried duck noodle with asparagus tips. Costs us $5.80 and we're selling it for $18.20. How much? So 2 o'clock cooking time. $5.80. There. That's good enough for me. Okay. Those are appetizers. Those aren't like actual meals. That's weird. $1.52. Yeah, I'm gonna only charge $5 for my soups and my breakfast. Alright, steamed mussels. $1.26, $16.40, and they are terrible. So let's bring that down to 10.20. Yes, yes. Okay, 16.60. The most I want to make a profit on something right now, I think, is going to be about $10 in profit. It'll lower our profit margins, but it will increase, the amount that people are ordering, which is always nice. All right, and then 13.80, and we can always increase or change prices, as necessary. Strawberries. $5 on our desserts as well. Wrong one. There we go. Wait. Cold drinks. We're gonna go ahead and get the alcohol as well. Yes. Alright. Let's see. White wine. Okay. Beverage cost, beverage price. Okay. So, beer. Alright, white wine, where are you? $2.80. So, $2.80. Red wine is $2.50. And even then, it is still 20-cent change, which is stupid. Let's bring that to $3 beers, which does do soft drinks cost us 65 cents. There we go. $1.50. Orange juice, 90 cents. It's like the cost of a gallon of orange juice. How much? 90 cents, okay. Water costs us 50 cents. Let's go on and just charge that for that. Iced tea. It's $1. Hey, get back here. Iced coffee is $1.20. Alright, and tea itself is $1.10, or 80 in the $1.10. $80, $1.10. Okay. We gotta charge more because we're heating it up. Yep, that looks good. Looks good to me. Alright, let's go back to our uncle's house. Let's see what he has for us now. Everything is all set. Staff employment. I don't actually have anything I want to ask him. Petro Balloon. I just noticed that, like, when I, like, that, however long ago, when I was playing this, I never realized that he was calling that kid a son of a bitch. Huh. Alright, let's go hire.
You have added decoration and placed apart from your name. Notice how the interface now. Any restaurant needs at least a chef to prepare the recipes, a captain for taking orders, a server to serve the food, and a receptionist to show the customers to their seats. Oh, and I almost forgot. You need to hire a kitchen porter to wash the dishes.
Okay.
Go ahead and hire all these posts. No need to hire a chef when you've got your trusting self to work the kitchen. Once you are done hiring, left-click on the next button to continue.
Kitchen porter. We'll get her as a receptionist.
A word on receptionists. They can only carry out their duties effectively if they have a reception desk handy. You can find a reception desk in the interior panel under Restaurant Lighting and Facilities. You remember how to place items to equip and decorate your restaurant, right? This is also the ideal time to explain to you how to rotate, move, and delete items. Notice to delete an item, left-click on the Delete Item button. Good. Now let's go back to the staff. Let's start with the list. Notice the two small icons to the right of each employee position, complete with rating bars, right? Now you're back in the detailed view. Most of the buttons. Good going. You are just now.
Right.
Just be patient, and customers are bound to come in. If you are impatient, you can always accelerate the game's speed by the round button to the left of the speed buttons is the pause resume game toggle. There's something you should know about the speed settings and how time. Now I'd like to explain to you. Looking at the column of buttons. Now take a look at the top row of buttons. There are, from left to right, the restaurant ratings, now go back to the restaurant ratings button. This indicates how well. Pay special attention when you're ready to move on. As you can see, the top row of buttons now displays the game score as well as your scenario goal buttons. Click on the goal button. Wow, all this restaurant managing has got me really hungry, Armand. But the good news is you now have all the requisite.
Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and we'll pause that. Alright, let's see here. I don't think we have access to, like, adjusting, anything, really. Let's see. Yeah. Again, so we have to make a profit of 2,000. Not just, 1,000, but 2,000. Because, we spent all that money on the, thingy. So, it is what it is, I suppose. We're at 2.5 star. Comfort exterior. Okay. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of this video. Next time will be in January of 2003. I will talk to you guys next time.